Hello, this is Josh Hunter, presently in the city of Santa Monica. It's another one of those days, and just a constant supply of absurd questions. People asking me the same questions. Do you have any marijuana? Do you have any marijuana? Do you have a lighter? Do you have a cigarette? You know, and when they're asking this, like this might be my paranoia, but you know, it's the feeling and the sound of someone just trying to gain access to something, and I'm wondering, like, because it's always like someone asking for permission, or like trying to get a password or something. Like I'm trying to define it, but it's really annoying, and I'm sitting here, this place charging, and this guy comes up. He's like, oh, can I charge here or whatever? And whenever someone comes up to me and they're dressed very well and they ask me, can they charge here? I ask, where's the last place you charged? So this guy, he says, oh, the last place I charged, I was in Mexico. I just got here today. You just got here from Mexico? And what were you doing in Mexico? He's like, oh, I live there. And then and I said, what are you doing here? He says, well, I'm going to take a flight from LAX. I'm going to go to Texas. And I'm like, well, why didn't you take a flight from Mexico to Texas? Like, why are you, it's like, it's absurd bullshit. It's absurd bullshit, basically. And what I want is, I want it to end. Okay, normally I would just be indoors and not be dealing with this fucking nonsense. And then this other guy comes up to me and he's like, oh, there's only one plug there. And he gets real fucking close. That's the way it always is. They get real close, just like a snake, just ready to fucking bite. And so what I want to do is, for some reason I haven't figured this out. Like, how do I figure out how to get these guys to stop? Because sometimes they'll stop. Sometimes they're about to do this stupid fucking thing, and then something tells them not to. So what I would like to do first thing I'd like to do is like to put into this video. I'd like to leave myself some type of clue or hint as to how I could, because even if, once I get my own house and I'm living indoors, on the off chance that I have to go through this fucking bullshit again, I want to guarantee that I never have to put up with this fucking bullshit. That everyone who comes up to me knows not to ask me for a cigarette, not to ask me for a lighter. Like, I want it, like, I don't know, because like I'm trying to process this feeling, and it's really frustrating. And my feeling is I want to put a curse on these people. Like, you come up to me for a cigarette, okay, have a curse. And if enough people get curses, maybe they won't ask me for a cigarette. Is that a good idea? Is that a good deal? Is there some type of sign? If I look like the devil, Satan, or so, oh, that's what I said to him. I said, so this guy's saying he's like going to, he lives in Mexico, but he's going to, he's just stopping off here, and he's going to Texas. And I said, okay, and he starts talking about so something that I ask people whenever they start, if I feel that they falsely believe in religion, like they only use religion as clothing, and they don't actually believe in what they're saying, I ask them, who created Satan? It's a question I always, it's like, who created Satan? And so far, and it's not a question they ever want to answer. I say, who created Satan? Who created Satan? And they can never say it. Yeah. And obviously the answer is God created Satan. A lot of people don't recognize. I mean, whether you're reading the Christian Bible or I think in the Islam or whatever, Muhammad, God created Satan. Because if God didn't create Satan, then who did? And if somebody else other than God created Satan, then maybe that ain't God. So, because when you ask, because if God created Satan, then all the qualities that are bad, that we are told are bad in Satan, came from God. You understand? Okay, so if Satan's bad, it's because God made him bad, especially if he's an angel. And also, I'm thinking, like, a lot of these guys are like, oh, we don't like Satan because, something something. Remember, this guy probably did a lot of good things before he became, nobody knows how many great deeds this guy did before he, got sent to whatever. I haven't gotten to that part in the Bible yet, so maybe they describe what Satan's deeds were before he was, was he cast out of heaven? There was a rebellion or something. I haven't read it in its entirety. Anyway, so if you believe in the Bible, if you believe in Christianity, it's important to realize that you need to be able to answer that question. Who created Satan? And if God created Satan, then you can't really you can't really say like, oh, Satan's bad. Because then you're saying God made a mistake. You're saying God was wrong to create Satan. Because what? Do the angels have free will? Because Satan was an angel, right? Humans have free will. Do angels have free will? I mean, an angel is considered like better than a human, right? So if these are like technically like superior beings, then why are they making like greater errors? Like that doesn't. Anyway. So first thing I'd like to do is, I don't want to be upset. I do not want to feel upset. I feel like I've been going over this for years and years and years. Like, why? See, you might be asking why do you care if people ask you for a cigarette? Because it always seems like an intrusion, like when someone asks me for a cigarette, it's like they're saying that they're asking for a cigarette, but it's like some secret code or something, some secret language. And maybe that doesn't make sense. Maybe if you have had this experience, you might know. I can't really describe it. It's like they're not asking for a cigarette. They're asking for something else. They say, "Do you have marijuana?" They're not asking for marijuana. They're asking for something else. And I see what you're doing. Is what I recognize. I see what you're doing. They're talking to me like I don't see what they're doing. And I know that's paranoid. That's like it's a paranoid type thing. But I need to see what it looks like here. And if I'm describing this accurately, I believe there should be some type of connection here that would allow me to expose this for what it is, bring it to light. And what I want to do is I want to bring this activity to so much fucking light, so much light, that it can't happen anymore. If whatever it is, whatever this thing is, like something on a like repeating thing, like a record or something. I just had anybody else who'd be anybody else who's I kind of like this grease though. It's like kind of disgusting, but like I don't know. I mean, obviously I probably look more homeless, but I think it's nice. Like this, like I feel like if I can. Santa Claus's off-Broadway cousin or something. Okay. Anyway, so I don't want to deal with that because it's a little absurd. Secondly, with regards to the issue of the Earth's rotation being slowed down by this dam, I've not done the simple thing of just trying to, because I used to do like bless. All right, so I want to bless the situation. So I'm not saying that I believe in God but I just like to have a record sometimes of just. I like to just do the thing. So, Lord, apparently the Earth's rotation has slowed as a result. Well, seemingly as a result of the construction of the Three Gorges Dam in China. Lord, if this activity was wrong, if this thing was like a not so great thing, see that it is, like made good and made nice. I like it because sometimes you say good and you're like, what do you mean? I mean nice. Like I want the situation to be nice. With regards to the rotation issue specifically, and if there are other issues involved, I mean if it's like a seamless thing, like fully integrated, let all issues connected to this Earth rotation be resolved as well in some very nice way. And I just want the whole thing to be nice. Lord, I don't want this to be like at any additional cost to me. Like I don't want to even know that it's that it's happening. Okay, like if this, like I want it to be a blessing. I want it to be a nice blessing, just a nice blessing. And, for the earth, obviously, I'm assuming the earth is not, it is my assumption, and if I'm wrong, that could be correct too. It's my assumption that the earth would not want to slow its rotation. That's my assumption. I'm not sure if the earth is a living being, but if it is my assumption that it does not prefer to be slowed down. So I want this corrected in some nice way, and if it should be corrected, if the highest and best intelligence indicates and recommends that this be adjusted to some normal to some normal standard, then let that be done, let that be facilitated. But I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I mean, obviously, if I need to get some rewards or something, I don't mind getting a little payoff or something, a couple of dollars. Okay. But I just, I've done a lot of blessings, and it's like sometimes it can be very strenuous. I don't want this to be strenuous, is what I'm saying. I want it to be like, when I say nice, I want it to be, I just don't want I want it to be resolved, but I feel like I'm already at my, I feel like I'm at the most that I can, at the most that I can be at, like, is like the most effort, the most strain, like the most, like, I don't know. I feel like I've already exceeded what I should be exceeding. Like, the things that I'm dealing with on a daily basis are exceeding normal human capacity. Like, this is it. I don't know what is sustaining me, and I know I should just, it's God, Josh. It's probably, yeah, it could be God, could be something else. Anyway, I want this earth rotation thing fixed, is what I'm saying. If it's broken, then fix it. And get the best person to fix it. Get the best people to fix it. That's what I'm saying. Whoever is best at resolving this, let them do it. Because to me, when the best people do it, it's nice. But if it's too expensive, I don't know. I don't want to pay for this. Obviously, the dam's flooding right now. There's cracks in it too, and I don't know. What do you want me? Once they found out 10 years ago that it was affecting the rotation of the Earth, so they should have done something then. It's an alarming thing. I don't know why anybody didn't do anything about it. Maybe they did. I only did just preliminary research, but so. Like I said, it would be my preference to not even be aware of it. If this were like a surgery, like, I'd like some fucking Novocaine. That's what I'm saying. And if you were just providing me with beers, like in an apartment with beers, video games, television, it seems like I should be able to do this very easily. But out here on the street, where I got every fuck whoever existed coming up to me playing some game that I don't understand, like, I don't know. I can't work like this. Now, when I tell you I got a sign, I'll show it again. Isn't this nice? I found this the other day. Anyway, I'm hoping that, Lord or Lord of Earth or whoever is, like, top dog, like, I don't know. There needs to be some established hierarchy here. I don't want to be guessing. But I'm just like, I want to put forth this energy. I feel like it's important that I do something now. And obviously, precision would be my preference, but I don't believe that I have the time to be precise right now. I think this needs to be resolved quickly. Simply the amount of things that are occurring is a demand of some type of real effort. And so whoever is the best at this, at resolving this, let them do it. And hopefully it's not too expensive, and if I gotta have anything to do with this, I'd like something to at least numb me from the pain of having to facilitate this. I just want a little numbness from the pain of doing this type of thing. And if there's a reward, I wouldn't mind a little, something to sweeten the pot or something. I'm 34 years old. and I've got the best grades.